I worry today that are we going to be looking in 20 years at the bucket getters from 10, 15 years ago, like we look at the all-around players. So guys like Carmelo Anthony, are we going to be looking at him like, yo, that dude was buckets, but he wasn't like Donovan Mitchell. That dude was buckets, but he wasn't like this dude. That dude was is that kind of conversation going to be had because of the?
I don't know, Marz.
The reason why I say that, Ox, is because of what we're seeing right now. We're seeing dudes going 40. We're seeing dudes going 45. So in 20 years, these numbers may still be continuing, and we might have conversations where we might have to listen to conversations where people go, you know, Carmelo Anthony wasn't really that nice of a scorer, and it's going to make me go nuts.
Right, Marz?
I can never imagine it. I can never imagine anybody saying that about Carmelo Anthony.
I hope not. I really hope not, because I'm not.
Marz, you said that, right?
I've never said Carmelo wasn't that good of a scorer. I've questioned him as a player, but as a scorer, I've never questioned him.
But you don't. But I'm saying like, who better, D-Mitch or Melo's?
And that's why Katie said you shouldn't be talking basketball.
D-Mitch or Melo as a scorer?
I'm taking Carmelo.
Oh God.
You're taking Carmelo. Hold on.
Hold on, Ticket. Don't even go. Hold on, Ticket.
This man question Carmelo Anthony as a basketball player.
He still has a lot of basketball left to play.
Hey, Marz, are you sure about that? Because you kind of look skeptical, like I'm taking Carmelo. Wait a minute. Let's get.
I don't know why I'm the one being asked this question.
Because Carmelo
came after you.
About Zion, not about Carmelo.
Which one is it? Is he a better scorer or not? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm taking Carmelo. Yeah.
Why? Okay, that's gonna make sure.
Because I prefer the way Carmelo A could operate without the ball. B, he was much better in the mid range in my estimation, and I haven't seen enough of Donovan Mitchell in his career yet to compare him to Carmelo.
Also, if he has like 5,
we're just talking about Melo, right? We're just talking about
if Donovan Mitchell did what he's doing this year for another 7-8 years, I'd open up the conversation.
And we're just talking about Melo's scoring, correct?
29 a game. I think we're having a completely different conversation about Donovan Mitchell.
Not that he was a black hole.
Listen, let me ask my little sister something. Marz, what's your problem with Carmelo, man?
I don't have a problem with Carmelo.
No, I'm saying, but you said you had a problem with his. You said you had a problem with his game.
Oh yeah, I said I've questioned his all-around basketball game, never his scoring, but I've questioned him as a whole basketball player.
No, I'm saying right. No, I'll ask you, like, what's your hold on? That's my question to you. What's your beef? What's your beef with him? Like, what you mean when you say that?
He was a really bad defender. He was a terrible passer. He wasn't a very good playmaker. Outside of scoring, his best value, I'd say, was either spacing the floor or rebounding, and neither of them were bringing exceptional value. So outside of scoring, I just wasn't a huge fan of his total.
All right, let me ask you one question. When did you start watching Carmelo?
Well, since I was born in 2017, and all I've seen is highlights.
I can't be on the show with a guy.
Okay, hold on, right? So Marz, so hold on, because I don't even want to scream on him. I'm a educatedly kick his ass. Now, you know, you got your little show footage, but the only footage you're gonna be seeing is this size 16 at the crack of your ass. Now, hold on 1 second.
Oh wow!
Now, you said all about Carmelo Anthony. First of all, you question his playmaking, which I think is ludicrous because Carmelo Anthony, as a rookie, as a freshman, led the Syracuse Orangemen to a national title before he came in the league. That's tough to do, to lead your team as a freshman to win a national championship. Then Carmelo Anthony came in the league in a tough Western Conference and made the playoffs off the bat. As a young rookie, made the playoffs. Regardless, he was the leader of that team, unquestioned. And that team was a continuous perennial playoff team in a tough Western Conference that had a prime Kevin Garnett, who could never get out the first round. They had Shaq, Kobe, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, a prime Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. All those dudes Carmelo was battling all those years. So Carmelo, realistically, let's just be honest, he didn't, because everybody talked about how weak the East was, he didn't have those benefits of going through the Eastern Conference. He was going against killers in the playoffs every single year. Every year he was battling killers in the Western Conference.
But what does that have to do with him not being a good all-around player?
Nothing. Huh? Absolutely nothing.
What does that have to do with him not being a very good all-around player? He's not a very good all-around player.
Hold on.
He wasn't a good passer in the NBA.
Hold on one second. As a leader of a team, not every player is you can say, oh, you're not a good all-around player, but you can say that because you don't like one aspect of their game. But I'm telling you, in order to be a champion, which he was before he came in the NBA, he was a world champion, right? And then not only that, in order to lead, hold on, in order to lead a team in the NBA, in the pros, in the Western Conference at that time, which was a very tough conference with all those legends and Hall of Famers in their prime, that is not easy to do to lead. So you have to be somewhat of a good all-around player. It has to be more than scoring to be able to do what he was able to do in that Western Conference. I'm not saying he won a chip.
I disagree.
But
like what else did he do?
Since you asked Marz, I'll tell you. Since you asked Marz, I'll tell you. I started watching Carmelo's right the year before he went to Syracuse, and I watched him in Syracuse live, an hour from my house. And my issue with Carmelo for his career was he wasn't a willing passer. He was a ball stopper when it came to motion offense and moving the ball around. He wasn't a very good passer. He wasn't.
How did J.R. Smith become 6 man a year with
turnovers a game? His defense was suspect at times. At times, he was considered to be a black hole on offense. Scoring, hey, all the kudos in the world to him in scoring. I don't like Carmelo's game. I don't think he's a.
He won a lot of games. He won a lot of games to be a bad player.
Can't do it
for what you're saying.
Can't do it with him.
He won a lot.
We're not saying he's a bad player.
He won a lot of games. He won a lot of games. No. I'm talking to Fluent. He won a lot of games in a tough Western Conference to be as for you to nitpick as many things you nitpick. When we can look through
those are big
a lot of great players. We can look through a lot of great players. We can look through a lot of great players in the history of basketball, and we can go at all their deficiencies as all-around players. So listen, just because you see one player, every player isn't built the same. No, I'm saying every player isn't built the same is what I'm saying. So you got some players that's great. Ray Allen wasn't an all-around great player. Nobody kills him for that.
But nobody doesn't put Ray Allen in the conversation.
No, Ray Allen in any top conversation of player in the NBA.
That's part of the reason why.
Talk about. No, you're not hearing me. Listen. What conversation do they put Carmelo in?
Great scores.
Do you think Carmelo Anthony is a top?
Right. Right. So hold on. So you don't put Carmelo in that conversation, but you guys consistently got smoke for Melo. But Ray Allen was nowhere near that type of player either. But nobody never had smoke for him. And Ray Allen led his own team in Seattle, and he was one of the leaders of that Milwaukee Bucks team.
That's
these are facts. But nobody has a slander. Hold on. Nobody has a slander
better than Ray Allen.
People think that Melo's better than Ray Allen, though.
That's why.
No. I'm saying no. Okay. Now everybody's saying Melo's better than Ray Allen. Okay, cool, no problem. So what I'm saying is there are a lot of other players that's like Ray Allen in the history of the game that's like Carmelo who don't get the same smoke that these dudes give Carmelo, who are all-time great players. For example, they don't give T-Mac the same smoke they give Carmelo. You don't never hear them consistently. You don't never hear people consistently demolishing T-Mac the way they do Carmelo. They point Carmelo out.
That's because Melo was so good that Melo could have been an all-time great. He had the talent. Melo was
he is an all-time great. Hold on. Let's stop that right there. When you're winning, hold on.
Go ahead, Bob. Get it off right quick. Hold up,
Melo was as good as you say he is. I think Melo was a really good player.
Y'all love putting me on goddamn mute on this fucking channel, man. Y'all love that shit. That's bullshit.
Listen,
Ticket. Hold on. If you gonna do that, keep that same goddamn energy. If you gonna do that, put all these other motherfuckers on me.
Listen, Ticket.
Bullshit out. No.
Ticket. All you do is scream over people. No, you didn't.
I shut my mouth for the first 30. I shut my mouth for the first 30 minutes and listen.
Right, and then when somebody talks, you talk. And when somebody talks, you talk over them. This is what the point that I'm trying to make.
I shut my mouth.
Conversation works. You talk, I listen. I talk, you listen. That's the way that goes.
The same way you cut off Elder in y'all's debate, right? When Elder never cut you off, right? Go back and listen.
You do that shit all the time. You do that shit all the time.
Go back and listen.
You do that shit all the time.
I got that medicine for you. I got that medicine for you. The same way you cut Elder off, because Elder was burning your ass up when they
He wasn't burning nothing. He wasn't burning nothing. No,
he burned the hole in your soul, and you know it.
He did not burn
the hole in your soul.
So
you ain't never asked for that smoke again.
To rebuttal what you said. Ticket. Bob has something to rebuttal what you said. Can he rebuttal? Go ahead, Bob. Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, this like playing cards with my brother's kids, man. I'm off this shit, man. Y'all go ahead, Ticket. You got it.
Oh my God.
Hey, It is what it is. Listen, Playboy. All I'm saying is this.
Toddler, my nigga. It's like trying to do something with my son, nigga. You act like a fucking toddler.
Bro, ain't nobody your son, nigga. I'll beat your ass. What the fuck you talking
beating
about?
nobody ass. You ain't beating nobody ass. Here we go.
Hey,
all
host.
right, okay, God.
Here we go.
Look, hey, look. If we gonna do PC boxing, we could do that. I would like to see y'all get down. But we talk about basketball on here.
Yeah, here we go with
talk about basketball.
Here we
Yo,
go.
Marz. Before I bring these two back up,
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.